The Curry Show.
BBC Radio Leicester.
Good evening and welcome to The Curry Show. I'm Khatija Tarmo and I'm live in the BBC Radio Leicester kitchen where each week I bring you 2 hours of some excellent cooking tips, great conversation and banging tunes. This is the only radio programme I can think of dedicated to the Britain's favourite dish, the curry. Now our chef in the house this evening is Aarti Chudasama from The Pantry, a vegetarian vegan place which started just round the corner to us here on Lowsby Lane. We've got some amazing guests in the house tonight. To start with, we've got Kirit Rathor, a fitness guru who runs Bangor Blaze, but who's also putting a project together talking about films and the impact they've had on his life. And also, we've got Talesha Maya, I'm so sorry, I did it again.
Right.
Do you know what it is? I work with someone called Maya, but it's spelled the same, so I apologise. But Talesha Maya, who's a writer based in Leicester who wrote her first poetry book last year called Fragments. How you doing, Talesha?
I'm good, thank you.
Are you excited to be here?
I'm so excited.
Awesome. Guys, don't forget, this is the only radio show where we get fed. Woohoo. Talesha Maya, talk to me about Fragments.
So I guess Fragments is a culmination of poems over about 10 years, and it explores my journey from grief to healing.
Oh, wow. Do we get like a couple of snippets? Or
Yeah.
I want to go straight in.
Go for it.
Okay, tell us. Okay, let's find out about how you actually started writing Fragments, and I mean, what made you write Fragments? How did you start?
So I've been writing since I was
you
about...
even wrote a cute message, guys. She bought us a copy of Fragments. To Zainab and Khatija, thank you for having me on your show. We're loving. Oh, this is cute. I'm definitely going to
Read
give
that
this
later.
a read.
Yeah.
I did see a couple of snippets on it, to be fair.
Yeah. So I started writing around the age of 7 for poetry anthologies through school. But then really when I was 14, I lost my mum to her battle with depression. That's okay. So
through depression.
yeah, so this really prompted me to start writing again because it became like a really important tool for self-care and also for my
Mental
grief.
health and
Yeah,
everything,
yeah. So that's basically what Fragments is.
Is it just the whole? Does it tell us like a story?
Yeah, so it kind of starts with grief and then it ends with sort of healing. So it's a journey through that.
It's really good for you, book, isn't it? Amazing. And what is this? Is this your first book?
This is my first book, but now I'm sort of writing poems more about my identity as a South Asian woman and, you know, politics and society and that sort of thing.
Okay, amazing. And where do you plan on taking this?
So that's...
like a little, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Oh, God, that's scary. So that's basically my debut poetry book, but now I'm sort of working towards, like I said, more poetry which represents where I'm at now. Because I think, though that was a really important book for me to write because it really helped to sort of, really did help.
Did it give you some form of closure?
Yeah, basically, that's what it did for me.
Oh, and do you think, I mean, like, have many people bought the book?
Yeah, there's been quite a few good response. And
I've
I think,
seen your little Amazon reviews and all of that. I see you.
yeah, no, it's had a great response, and I think because I talk about my own mental health journey in it as well, the amount of people that I've had approach me afterwards saying that they feel the same or that they can resonate it, and that means a lot to me because when you're writing it, you don't feel as though, you know, I was writing it purely for me.
Yeah.
So to have other people say that is
It's helped them, benefit them, because loads of people are quite scared to talk about things like this. Really,
exactly,
isn't it?
especially I feel like in our community, there's still so much stigma still attached.
Yeah, Asians are like, no, we ain't saying nothing. I'm fine, I'm great.
Exactly.
Don't worry about me. No, it's really good that you were able to write it on, you know, paper, and people are able to obviously view it how you view it and open up to. Do you do like any workshops or any like classes or?
Right, so I'm like doing some open mics. I mean, I think you had my publisher Shabna on a few weeks ago.
Yes.
She does open
So your
mics.
publisher?
Yeah, she's my publisher. So I go to a few of the open mics there, but I'm quite shy, so I need to go.
I can
do
tell
more.
you're so quiet, guys. Without the mic, she's a little rat. I'm joking.
So yeah, I will be doing more open mics though.
That'd be amazing. So is there anything in the pipeline at the moment? Anyone can kind of come see you, come hear you?
Yeah, I am working on my second book. I'm not sure when it'll be out, but hopefully I'll have something to share with you guys real soon. So.
Okay, amazing. And do you think you'd ever like move from poetry and maybe write a novel, or are you not that writer? I was thinking
give
about
it a
Jane the
go.
Virgin now and her novel writing.
Oh, I love that show.
Isn't it? It's good.
It's so good. No, I definitely give it a go. I mean, I've
Yeah.
wrote a few blog posts and things like
Okay.
that. So
Actually, I did look up your. Let's talk about that. Actually, so this
Okay.
one was about obviously you're a Hindu,
yeah,
and obviously you believe in the culture, all of that. Everything's great, but you're not able to participate in the funeral, kind of.
yeah. So
I,
there's
I fully read it, and I was like, oh, this is
Yeah.
quite interesting.
so that's
Talk
like
to me about it.
yeah. So it started with during my granddad's funeral. There's some
Yeah.
things going on. You have to do some rituals, and because I was menstruating, I
Yeah.
wasn't allowed to participate.
Okay.
And that also happened sort of like when my mum passed away as well. Just as women, we weren't allowed to participate in
Okay.
certain things like the ashes. I know that's changing a lot now,
Yeah.
but
Do you think it's something that can change, or should it be kept as it has been for years?
no, I definitely think it can
It should
change because
change,
I
yeah.
think in the past these sort of customs were made to protect women because
Yeah.
obviously we didn't have sort of menstrual hygiene products and
Yeah,
you know
which
it
is fair,
allowed
yeah,
and allowed
yeah.
women to rest. But now I think it's changing.
Yeah, we got ibuprofen. pop
Yeah,
pills.
and like other things.
Feminine
So,
and all of that.
Exactly. So yeah, so basically I wrote a piece called Brown Girl Problems, which I performed when we did a show.
Nice.
Yeah, so
This
it's got
is
all
interesting.
of
Have
that.
you written it? Is it written?
Yeah, so I
Where can I find it? I'm already
So
interested.
I'm
See if
gonna
I can relate.
well, I brought a bit with me today.
Okay.
So if you want me to recite a bit later, I
Yeah,
will.
yeah, that'd be amazing.
We performed it for a show we did called Woke Women. So hopefully I'm
Oh.
gonna like do a video and like put that online.
Yeah, that'd be really good.
But yeah, so it started from that, and then you saw the blog post. It was
Yeah.
basically me ranting about
Why can't
that
I do
issue.
this? Why can't I do
Yeah.
that?
because I just needed to. That's like where a lot of my
Yeah.
writing comes from. Is either like a place of anger or upset, and it's
Yeah.
a way to process how I'm
Yeah.
feeling. So,
Yeah, definitely. And obviously, in regards to I want to know a little bit more about what I mean in future. So, say in future there's a funeral of someone close to you.
Mhm.
Are you gonna let your beliefs come in the way of what you actually do, or see,
Yeah.
that's what I'm like. Are you trying
Yeah.
to change the world? What are you trying to do?
Well, maybe. No, I think it starts like small. I think it starts with like your immediate
Got to speak
circle.
about it first.
Yeah, and also like I still find myself doing things. I'm like I've been brainwashed to think this way. Like
Yeah,
I can,
yeah.
sometimes I'm like, oh, I won't go in that room because I know
You're
like
not
I'm-
allowed because
yeah,
of this, but
yeah.
really and truly, you're human.
exactly.
do what you
So I
want.
think it starts with like firstly like unlearning those
All right,
practices,
okay.
and then
Putting them
maybe
into
like
perspective, thinking about it logically,
and then like approaching like family
Yeah.
and sort of having those conversations. And we've already started. I mean,
Yeah?
like in my like
Progress?
progress
Yay.
definitely.
Amazing. Well, we'll find out a bit more about this and get a snippet of your brown girl problems, which I'm super excited about in a moment. We are going to move on to your first track of the evening. You've chosen The Lucky Man by The Verb. Why have you chosen this song?
They're like my favorite band. Like anyone that knows me
Okay.
knows I like have them on all the time. And that song
I've
in
never heard of
particular,
them, you know.
really?
Yeah.
Okay, they're quite old. They're not together anymore as well. That's probably why.
Oh.
But yeah, it's like my feel good song.
Okay, I bet you have heard it. I bet it's probably one of them songs that's been on an advert or something.
Definitely have.
Definitely heard it. Well, guys, here's The Lucky Man by The Verb.
Spicing up your Mondays. The Curry Show.
BBC Radio Leicester.
Oh, that was The Lucky Man by The Verb. That was a great track by Talesha. Talesha, great track. Thank you. Now is a good time for Talesha to give us our little snippet of, what's it called? The Brown Girl?
Problem.
Brown Girl Problems.
Okay, so
we
this
all
is-
have them, guys.
So this is like normally a 5-minute set, so I'll just do like a short snippet. So it's several poems put together for this one piece, and this one's called Unfair and Definitely Not Lovely. Okay.
So deep. Go on.
When I was 15, a beautician handed me a tub of bleaching cream. She spoke so sweetly, but her words were laced with poison, a twisted ideology she wishes to bestow on me. You see, the words on the tub read fair and lovely. In her soft voice, she told me, boys don't like dark-skinned girls. Use this, it will help. My 15-year-old self, aghast and confused, slowly reached out my hand as to not be disrespectful. She smiled and said you could have it for free, as if that would ease the sting of her words. She looked so pleased to have offered advice to a girl half her age. And with those words, I felt my self-esteem shatter. I wanted to scream, but of course I couldn't make a scene. I wanted to say, well, maybe they don't deserve me then. Who are they to decide that I am lesser because my skin is richer in colour? Me and my melanin will find someone who loves us regardless of what shade the sun turns us. But I, the good little Indian girl, bit my tongue and swallowed my words as a means to be the respectful and polite girl she was raised to be. This was not my first experience of colorism, but it still haunts me.
Oh, yes, that does deserve a round of applause.
Thank
That
you.
was deep AF. Oh my God. Is this a true story?
Yeah. it
Oh
is.
my God. If that was me, I would have boxed the street.
I kind of wish I had now, but yeah, no, I didn't have the confidence to say anything. So.
Oh, wow. How old are you? 15?
15, yeah.
Wow. I can't believe that. That's a true story.
Yeah,
That is mad.
this is what we're talking about, like the whole round girl issue.
Should we go pay her a visit now?
Come on, let's go.
Who are you calling? No, do you know what? Everyone loves a bit of melanin.
Yeah.
Why are there like tanning shops available and all of this and these creams for
Exactly.
tanning? Like, you know, brown is beautiful.
It is.
Like, even when anyone says that, oh, I'm a little bit dark, I'm like, you're just a hater. Like, it's great to be dark. I
Exactly.
love being dark. I'd be darker if I could. Like, oh, but that's crazy. At that young age. Like,
Yeah, I know. But obviously, I don't feel the same way now.
Come
but
on,
at
I know.
15, that's quite like a big.
It's like, it makes you question a lot of things as a 15-year-old. Like, what, am I not good enough? Or like,
Exactly.
you know?
Exactly.
Oh. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Was this woman like really fair herself?
Yeah.
Oh, she's probably using that cream.
Yeah,
That's
probably.
why.
That's why she's trying to give it to me.
Or lots of
Work
foundation.
for me, hun. Take it. No, that's really bad. But that's a really deep poem. I feel like that'll touch a lot of people because I feel like it is. I mean, I've seen Fair and Lovely in my house one time. I'm like, who the hell is using this?
Yeah, exactly.
What is this?
Get rid of it. Put it in the bin.
No, you shouldn't try to change your skin. Be happy with, you know, who you are, what you look like, all of that. Oh, that's crazy. Really deep. It's really good though.
Thank you.
So all of your poems, even in Fragments, are they all true stories?
So yeah, like it's mainly about my journey. So
Can I read one?
Fragments. Yeah, go ahead.
Alright.
It's short modern poetry. That book.
Oh, this is what I like because I do when I open a book and this is writing. I'm like, no, I'm closing you. All right, guys, we're going to give you a little snippet from Fragments. You read it.
Oh.
I feel like I'm going to be so.
Okay,
I'm going to
let me
over exaggerate.
Let me read one then that I
Go on,
like.
then.
Let me find it.
Oh, that was really good though. Really good. Is
Thank
that going to be in
you.
your next one?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I'm
So
excited.
this one's called Anxiety.
Okay.
It's the sweating palms and the nausea that feels like there is a snake squirming around in your stomach. It's the tightening of your chest and the rapid intake of breath. The flitting thoughts of inadequacy and fear, fearing death but not really living life. It's the choices and the avoidance of anything that will upset the fragile balance. The comfort zone of routine and known. It's the fear of the unknown and the lack of control. Thank you.
You and your deep words. That's obviously it's because you're a writer, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is crazy stuff, guys. Wait, tell everyone where they can find Fragments and
So
get
you-
these little poems.
Yeah, it's available on Amazon. So you just type in Talesha Maya and Fragments.
I did that yesterday. Found
Did
you.
you?
Found you. Read the
And-
reviews, guys. It's all good stuff.
Thank you.
But no, really, really good. So, guys, Fragments on Amazon. You're able to get this poetry book yourself. It's only like $8.99 as well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a really good price. Really good poems. Highly recommend it. Guys, seeing as Kira has always got us talking about movies, we thought we'd share our favourite movies. I haven't thought about mine yet.
Okay.
I haven't really given you guys much to
No.
think about yours either. I just realised. Guys, what are we saying? What are our favourite movies of all time?
Do you know what? I don't know if I have one of like all time, but one that I always go back to that makes me laugh is Bend It Like Beckham. Just
Okay,
'cause
yeah,
it's-
that is on here as well.
Did I put it on?
Yeah.
Oh.
Your favourite movie is Bend It Like Beckham or Monsoon Wedding.
Oh yeah. I forgot I put that
Why
on
Bend
there.
It Like Beckham?
Because it's just so funny, and I think it was like the first time I saw like a South Asian woman as a lead, and I could identify with it.
Yeah.
Do you know? Like, I just think, yeah.
I know what you
It's
mean when you say that.
And she was a tomboy, and like
Yeah.
into football, like it
Yeah.
challenged so many like gender stereotypes and
Especially
stuff.
That
the
was such a
time.
big problem
Yeah.
in Asian culture. Being like that, my sister was a full-on tomboy growing up.
Really?
My mom.
I was.
Oh my god, my mom. Guys, thank you so much for coming on. It's been an
Thank you
absolute
for having
pleasure.
us.
Good
Yeah.
fun.
Auntie cooked us some amazing food, lovely main and dessert. Was light, fresh, clean, healthy, all of that. So thank you very much, Auntie.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Kirit, for your amazing movie little quotes. They were really they were good.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to come check the show out.
Good.
And again, Talesha, for your poetry and your little snippets, amazing.
Thank you.
So cannot wait until you release some new stuff. Guys, can we get your social so our lovely listeners can find you on social media, get some tickets for your show, find the place to buy your next book, all of that, pantry, all of that? Come on.
Okay, so you can find me on Instagram. It's at talesha.maya, or my website's talesha-maya.com.